How do you get this, this, and all this loaded and down to a rally? Stick around and we'll show you. Welcome back to the channel, and let's keep going with the prep of our 2022 Forest Rally. However, just a quick note before that, one of our subscribers actually messaged the other day and said, hey, did you guys realise that your last video was your 200th? So, wow, we've reached that little milestone. We didn't realise all these years ago when we started this channel that we'd ever get to this point. We've got very close to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you to everybody that subscribed, and also to everybody that's liked and watched our videos, and we'll continue to keep making them. Right, let's move on. So we're running a 6-car team for this rally, and that means that there's a huge amount of logistics. Of course, we've got all the competitors, plus we've got a service crew, and we're running about 25 people. So that requires a mountain of equipment and spares and food. Now, we'll get to the food a bit later on. However, let's start with getting all the gear in. Now, a couple of days before the rally, we've already started to load up the trucks and get everything organised, and these pile of gear has to go in. On top of that, things that you wouldn't even think about that we would need. Things like, say, the barbecue, for example, because we need to cook food for everybody in the team in the service park. So anyway, with the truck partially loaded, and by the way, that's not all of the gear either, and also the competitors are bringing a lot of their own gear and spares down for their cars. In the meantime, however, it's off to scrutineering to get all the cars inspected. So scrutineering involves getting all the cars and gear looked through to make sure that the event organisers are happy with everything. And then each car is individually put on the hoist and they go right through it. Things like fire extinguishers, seats, belts, and compliance with the car, and make sure there's no mechanical issues. Now, scrutineering did bring up one slight drama for us, and it had to do with the brake lines in the Lancer. We found that the actual fittings weren't tightened up properly. Now, we had gone through and checked some of the fittings and they were okay. However, it's a lesson for us to make sure that in future, any second-hand car that we get that has got braided brake lines fitted, we will go through them and make sure that every single line is tight so we don't get any weeps. So this is exactly what scrutineering is for. All the rest of the cars got through scrutineering, no dramas at all, and we got the cars all back on the trailer and on their way. So earlier on I mentioned food. So we've got to feed and water 25 people for 3 to 4 days, and that is a monstrous exercise on its own. So we headed down and went to our local supermarket to start getting all the food organised. And yes, we have 3 trolleys worth of it. That's how much stuff we need. It is interesting though that the pandemic is also still playing its part, because Western Australia is suffering with logistical dramas on its own, and there were a few bits and pieces that we went to buy that just aren't on the shelves. However, we have got all the food sorted. We did get some funny looks from some of the people in the supermarkets when we were running our 3 trolley road train around. Anyway, needless to say, it's all done. Next thing to sort out is the service park. Because we've got one of the largest teams, if not the largest team in the forest this year with 6 cars, we need our own area, and we're going to have a bunch of vehicles, plus of course all the rally cars for servicing. So the next step is to go and head down and look at the service park and make sure we've got a bit of a plan on how we can set everything up. Now at the moment the weather is fine in Nannup, thankfully, and this is a bit of a deja vu from last year. However, there's a good chance that it's going to rain. In fact, there's a better than good chance it's likely. And last year it absolutely poured down with rain, and it's probable again. So we wanted to sort out an area that's reasonably level and has reasonable drainage. By midday Thursday, we thought we had everything under control. Unfortunately, however, our competitors, well, all the competitors, were struggling with the conditions. Recent heavy rains in the lead-up had made some of the roads almost impassable in places. By Thursday evening, the organisers were forced to change the route in some places, and it totalled 13 pages of changes. For most of the competitors, it would mean having to re-recce some of the stages. Friday, and the start of the rally was very close. We headed back down from Nannup to Bunbury to the Speedway to get ready for the start on the Super Special stage. Cars, check. Gear, check. Pace notes, check. Competitors, check. After a ceremonial start in the town centre, it was time to get ready for some racing proper. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we'll end this video. Our next one will be competition proper for the Forest Rally. I hope you've enjoyed the behind the scenes look at getting ready for a rally of this size. Please like, Subscribe and share the videos if you like them as well. We'll be back with all the action and drama from the 2022 Forest Rally very soon. Cheers.